Tradepoint Atlantic's efforts to repurpose its more than 3,000 acres is already paying dividends.
This hub represents an economic opportunity for the Baltimore area.
Turbines for future offshore wind projects will be assembled and deployed from right here in Sparrows Point.
In just over 7.5 years, Tradepoint Atlantic has already attracted 20 companies who will provide as many as 12,000 jobs.
Tradepoint Atlantic announced a joint investment Tuesday with developer Terminal Invested Limited.
This will dramatically enhance and support the long-term vision and growth of the port and the state of Maryland.
It's a gem of an asset. The deep water port, the heavy rail, interstate access.
This is the most significant and impactful industrial redevelopment within the United States of America.
Amazon, FedEx, BMW, Tradepoint Atlantic continues to build its global logistics hub at the Port of Baltimore.
Tradepoint Atlantic has really transformed. The past 8 years have been amazing. No one believed that they could accomplish so much in such a short period of time in 8 years, and I believe over the next 10 years they have the ability to accomplish even greater things, and nobody's done it better than Tradepoint Atlantic.
There's a lot of opportunity here on site with all the different tenants that we're bringing in.
Amazon getting ready to open a new fulfillment center in our area.
McCormick's biggest distribution site in the world.
Gotham Greens has opened its new 100,000 square foot hydroponic greenhouse in Sparrows Point.
Sparrows Point has already attracted companies such as Under Armour, FedEx, and BMW.
We see the trains coming down all the time, and these cars are being shipped all over America.
We've transformed a steel mill into an economic engine, and we've reimagined what logistics looks like on a global scale.
The good news is that steelworkers are going to be returning back to home to Sparrows Point.
We heard about this new company coming in and wanted to bring something other than steel. We thought it was a joke. You know, what else are you going to make here besides steel? Look at this place.
We are at the doorstep of bringing manufacturing back to Tradepoint Atlantic in a major way.
I think that there was rightfully a bit of apprehension and skepticism when there was yet another new owner with yet another new vision.
And sat down and have a really down-to-earth one-on-one conversation with us. Tradepoint Atlantic has been an awesome partner of the communities.
The entire Port of Baltimore has been growing by leaps and bounds, and Tradepoint is one successful part of that.
Steel production is one step closer to returning to Sparrows Point.
Ladies and gentlemen, steel is back.
Sparrows Point Steel has the potential to become one of the largest offshore wind staging ports in America.
Each one of those monopiles contain about 2,500 tons of steel, and that's going to create more jobs for more steel workers that produce the steel plate.
An opportunity for Strum Contracting to work at Tradepoint Atlantic allows us to touch a little bit of the history, but we are now woven into the future.
We've repositioned 3,300 acres to be the epicenter of industrial real estate within the state of Maryland, and probably the highest concentration of industrial real estate on the East Coast of the United States.
We can offer logistical solutions to whatever tenant would happen to come on site.
Automobiles, dry bulk importing, break bulk exporting, offshore wind manufacturing facilities.
Our rail-served customers are very reliant on their rail service because one rail car is equivalent to 4 tractor trailers. For example, we have 20 cars going into Home Depot every day. That would be equivalent to 80 additional tractor trailers going in there.
Tradepoint Atlantic is a big part of our successful efforts to continue the supply chain.
We've been able to attract a diverse mix of companies and customers, largely because of our ability to look holistically at their needs.
Shipping and logistics, the manufacturing, that people are able to provide for their family, create opportunities for themselves, and sustain their version of the American dream.
I see Tradepoint Atlantic 10 years from now as a true staple in the Mid-Atlantic region.
It's going to be an amazing place for decades to come.
Tradepoint Atlantic will be the most robust and diverse global logistics facility within the country.
Tradepoint Atlantic, industry in motion.
Industry in motion.
Industry in motion.
It starts here.
It starts here.
We have it all.